I almost feel like we need to up our fucking intro game. Whatever.
Maybe.
It's called. Missed a couple seconds. Good catch though.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, what do you think of the new video intros?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's very loud.
It is very loud. I can take the music out.
No. The music on that one is fine.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying, I could take it, make it silent entirely. And I could probably bounce it, and you could take it, and you could put this over it, and it would start playing.
that's actually a pretty good idea.
Goddamn right it is.
Maybe we use one of the other ones that we like, but don't like the music to it for that.
Yeah.
Because I like the music for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well. Housekeeping, Patreon, and buy me a coffee. Please give us money.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fucking quit.
Friends of the show, CQ, the Pop Culture Warrior, has his show on Tuesday nights on Facebook Live. And then Troy and Trevor have the Two Brothers podcast on Saturday mornings, I think 11 Eastern. The Trevor Jackson podcast, he and Jack and Easy do Friday nights most of the time.
Yep.
They're going to take a little hiatus here soon. But then we have Happened in the 90s and the Dumbass Dudes podcast. Check those guys out. If you didn't watch it or listen to it yet, maybe be able to watch it. But we were on the Happened in the 90s podcast on their October 14th episode.
Yeah.
Had a good time with Steve and Matt. So, and then Andy Harris and his partner Aristotle Atheris have This Is Americans Live.
Yep.
So
I'm so fucking tired. I do not want to do a second episode tonight.
I know.
But
you do, but you don't.
I don't. I'm so sick of being here at your fucking house every week.
So it's not every week.
It's almost every week.
So
what are we drinking, bitch?
We're drinking Topo Chico with El Mayor tequila.
Some good old fashioned ranch
Some
waters.
ranch waters. Yeah. So cheers. Not bad.
Not bad. Not great after drinking whiskey just a little bit ago.
That's true. Yeah. So,
but I feel like though I'm proud of myself. I've done much better at moderating my alcohol intake tonight.
What, for the last couple of weeks?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying. Well, like tonight, talking to or earlier in the previous, so we're doing back-to-back episodes.
Sure.
Even though they're going to release a week apart, but we drank whiskey with Jay and Anders.
Right.
And usually I would be pounding fucking whiskey, and I really wanted to, so I had to really exercise some self-control.
Right. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. I'm proud of me too.
Something like that.
Jesus Christ.
How was your week?
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about our personal lives.
We didn't.
It was all right. I'm getting my car fixed for free after threatening some legal
Something
action against fucking Kia. Car that I bought a couple years ago blew up, and then the recall or engine blew, and found out like a recall that came out later. They didn't want to fix it. I threatened a lawyer. They fixed it. So
nice.
Yeah. So now I can sell the bitch. So now I have fucking 3 cars, one that I don't fucking need, but
right.
Whatever. Yeah. So you said you had a rough week? Oh, oh shit. Never mind. It's not going to affect anything.
Okay.
I'm going to be, I'm going to New Jersey for a week here in 1st of November.
And I'm going the second week of November. I'm going to Fort Worth.
Yeah. Going to Texas.
Yeah. Oh, DFW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You going to do any podcasts while you're there?
No. I mean, I it's not to say that you and I won't have to get together and do something.
Yeah.
While I'm there remote, but no.
Okay.
We need to make sure we plan that ahead of time. So I take equipment if I need to.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
Yeah.
Names will never hurt me.
Well, unless you give out the name by accident on the podcast. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Sticks and Stones are back together again, and they're going to do a podcast.
Yeah.
So
they better have us fucking on as guests.
I'll let you handle that one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to ask. I'm just saying.
Oh, well.
We have so many people. We have so many empty promises in our lives.
At some point.
So many empty promises in our lives. Dumbass Dudes still haven't had us on. They've been talking about it. And they're fun to interact with on Twitter.
They are.
But
I think that we've brought a little something out of them, though.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, too, though, like they respond a lot. I still feel like we get a lot of head shakes from them. Like,
oh, I'm sure.
Because I feel like they still... I mean, they cuss. They don't really let the guard
down. I feel like
we're a little much for a lot of people.
I feel like we get digital head shakes from them. I feel like that they, in person, though, they're reading it and really
right. But I'm saying putting it out there, they're a little more guarded than we are. But we're a lot for a lot of people, and I get that. I feel like that's one reason this show hasn't grown as much as it could, is because we're not for everyone. We're not a very accessible show.
Let's have a clean show.
Let's have a clean show.
Yeah.
I do think it would be fun one episode. And I think it may not be as exciting as it sounds in my brain, but to line up shots and do a full like profanity-free episode, and if somebody fucking cusses, they have to take a shot.
Okay.
But we're both pretty good at editing around our family, so it might not be that fucking challenging.
It might not be. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
There has to be rules. Like some words are okay. Like damn.
No.
Damn is
no.
Really?
It would be zero.
If it's not
profanity.
allowed in church. It's not allowed here.
Yep.
You can't say that sucks.
Yeah. You can't say Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think that sucks is okay because church we could say that. Like when
we were not allowed.
You were not to say that sucks.
We weren't allowed to say that at home.
Yeah.
No.
So what about freaking frickins? Like I wasn't allowed any freaking or frickins.
I don't remember.
I was allowed
that.
dang it's and darn it's and that or
Yeah.
shoots, you know.
My mom
was too
used
close.
to say, my mom used to say "sht" all the time. She just take the I out of it.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Like, dang it.
No, yeah, I said dang it and darn it. And,
Yeah. And we could say shoot.
Yeah, for sure.
Gosh dang it was not really acceptable.
I don't remember saying that a lot. I think I used to say God darn it a lot.
Yeah.
But we weren't allowed to tell each other to shut up.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to call it. Yeah. We weren't allowed to call each other a liar.
Really?
Yeah. We weren't allowed to, like fart was not allowed. We couldn't say fart.
Weird.
It is weird.
Yeah. But I think that would be fun. Like have a list of words that we can would have to be agreed upon. We could fucking post them.
Yeah.
And we'd have to police each other because
Sure.
if you said something or I said something and didn't notice it, then you could, call my ass out on it. But that would, or vice versa. But that would like fucking line up shots, man, and then have.
What would happen is one of us would say something like, "Oh, got your ass." Shit.
Fuck. Yeah, I think that would be a fun game to play. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, and I've said this 1,000 times. I need to remember, like, try to remind me this week to message Clayton and to get his ass on here.
Okay,
because he said he would.
Sure.
I don't know if he knows what the fuck he's biting off, but
I don't either.
But I would legitimately try not to cuss with him on.
Yeah,
somewhat.
I don't think he cares.
He doesn't. But it's a respect thing for me because I actually respect his ass, which is one of the few people I hold in any type of regard. But
yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah. Oh well.
Still not calling him Pastor. God damn it. Or I could. It would make him very uncomfortable to call him Pastor Clayton the entire fucking time he was on.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he would hate it.
Reverend.
I always text him every now and then, and I'll be like, "Hey man, how's life as a mega church pastor?"
Multiple campuses.
Yeah, multiple campuses, small groups.
Yeah, you ask him if you guys get flooded again, you're gonna let people come stay at the same church. So speaking of Reverend, I sent Anders that shirt, the T-shirt.
Yeah,
he wanted a shirt, sent it to him, and I sent it to him as Reverend Anders Erickson.
Yeah, we talked about that
because he took a photo and sent it back to me. He's like, I laughed so hard when I saw that.
Yeah, yep.
So.
Do you know what Jay Nielsen's first name is? Like, do you know what Jay stands for? Is it James?
I think I saw his personal Facebook page the other day.
Okay.
Like, for whatever reason, he posted from his personal page, or he commented from his personal page.
Yeah.
Instead of the Jane Nielsen Knives and Instruction or whatever.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure I saw James Nielsen.
I just thought it'd be funny just to start just in conversation if he comes back on again, is use just random J names just to see if he picks up. It's like, so Jacob. Jeremy.
I don't know. Anytime he says something, he'd be like, James Nielsen.
Find out what his middle name is and use the initial for that. But oh Jesus. Yeah. We really prepared nothing for this episode.
We didn't because, it's once a month we do the double episode thing.
Yeah.
And we
which
just
is not enjoyable for anyone. Well, the thing is, like, I don't mind really the back-to-backs too much. Like, that's what used to be all we did. Like,
we every other week
much.
We do back to back.
But and space it out. But
those I like doing it every week more because then whatever we talk about is a little more topical.
Yeah.
And it gives you time to prepare for
right. But it's nice having a weekend off though.
It is.
Even though I still wait to the last minute to fucking mix this thing and post it.
I know you do, and I don't understand that for the life of me.
I know. Well, it's honestly because I put it up and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I get done the shit. I'm like, I don't fucking feel like doing that shit because I have to listen to us and it fucking annoys the shit.
I understand.
But I might be going back to school.
Yeah, you said something.
Trying to finish up my degree. Didn't complete nearly as much as I thought I did before I withdrew out of full. You fucking cunt. I fucking hate you so fucking goddamn much.
I tried to do it earlier, but
no, I heard it and I ignored it. But god damn it,
I got a good one that time.
that shit right there.
Seagal.
That made my fucking skin crawl. It made my fucking skin crawl.
In the interest of keeping with Halloween, since this will come out the day after Halloween, I have another costume. Hold on.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh, fucking Evil Joey.
That's right. I'm Evil Joey. It won't stick though, because the hair on my face it won't stick to it. But
I like it. All right,
Evil Joey.
Evil Joey, darkest timeline, bitch.
That's right.
I feel like that had so much potential, and I wish they would have ran with that one a little bit more. But whatever.
I don't know, because what they did do with it, I didn't enjoy as much as the.
Do you think that we could get Joel McHale on here?
Fuck no.
I like to imagine though, because I've been so lucky with booking certain guests. I like to think that maybe I'll get lucky again, but I don't think I will. I think my luck is kind of tapped for this.
Maybe.
Shit. You never know. Yeah.
When's the last time you reached out to somebody?
It's been a minute. Like I've been slacking on the guest booking. It's because I had a few people I was talking to, and then shit just hadn't worked out, whatever. But like Doug Cower said he'd want to come on at some point. He runs Cower Guitars. He owns it, founded it.
Yes,
one of the like most beautiful fucking boutique guitars in the fucking world, in my opinion. Yeah. So I don't know. I've reached out to a few other people. I have gotten 0 responses back, which is about what I would.
Right.
So let me rephrase it. I have reached out to people over the last couple weeks actually, and just got nothing back. So We'll see. That looks stupid. It was cool when you first put it up, and now it's played out.
You're just jealous that I make you one.
I'm not jealous at all.
I made these for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not made of felt, so it doesn't count.
No, you're right. It doesn't.
Yeah.
But whatever.
God damn it.
I can't believe I didn't get anything from Jay or Anders on my Steven Seagal thing.
Yeah.
But
they didn't care.
I don't know that they knew what it was.
Yeah. Jay said he was going to wear a mask on too, and he never broke it out.
Yeah.
Or his Freddy glove, whatever, all that shit. Dude, if Anders makes us a fucking custom B3F glove, I will shit myself.
Come on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take turns.
I'll come in a jar and send it to him. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
You can have my unborn children.
But it's crazy that he was like, yeah, we could probably do something like that. Like, oh shit.
But then he said as a collaboration with Jay. Like, I don't know that Jay's into that.
But dude, if that shit happened, I will at that point I will quit this podcast because we can't top that ever. We're done.
I don't know about
we're
that.
We're tapped out at that point in time. I'm like, fuck it. But then we're gonna have to fight to see who gets it.
Well, you quit, so I get it. You forfeit it. So
we should fucking get things with evil face. I like that.
I just wonder if that symbol is trademarked or copyrighted.
Probably not.
I don't know.
know.
But yeah, that wouldn't be. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, did you hear about this professor? I think it's at UCLA, who was put on administrative leave and told they were going to fire him if he didn't change his mind. But the administration of, I'm pretty sure it's UCLA, told him to grade minority students, especially black students, easier.
I think you've talked about this before.
I don't know that I don't remember talking about it on this episode.
There's been a lot of professors with that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but they were going to fire him if he didn't give minority students, mainly black students, better grades than whatever their test score is or something like that. And he wouldn't do it. And it's interesting. So I asked a black guy the other day about it. Or we were talking about that same subject, and I said, "Did you hear about this?" Told him, he was like, "People think that we're fucking stupid.
Yeah,
like people think we are dumb. Like,
yeah."
He said, like, that's more racist than anything Donald Trump ever said or did. Like, not to say Trump gets a pass, but I mean, to say, because what you're really doing is you're taking you're without the same accent, you're doing the same thing Southerners do. It's like, oh, bless your heart, you just can't help it.
Yeah.
You just can't help that black people are stupid.
Yeah.
It's what, like, it's insane to me.
Yeah, it is.
But
it's
anyway.
yeah, but it's we talked about a little bit of that. I guess that's one of the things that Andre kept trying to back me into, when we had our three the hard way. But I mean, it's the same thing. And yeah, I think in an effort to level the playing field, it comes at the expense of I should say the expense of
patronizing.
It's a patronizing thing. And there's absolutely a need for leveling the playing field in a lot of instances. But it's like anything else. There's no one size fits all solution to anything, right? And
No,
if
but
it was, we would do it. But
but treating people like they can't rise
no,
to
I'm
the
not.
occasion.
No.
I know what you're saying.
I'm not talking
You're
about.
not
I'm not
saying
talking about
that.
in the education field.
Sure.
Like that's ridiculous because college and education is supposed to be based on the effort
Merit.
that you put into it, right? It's different than like institutional racism that prevents people from getting work or getting to certain levels
Sure.
in a corporation, and because that shit absolutely is an issue. But anyway, doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to some people, but in this, I go back to in the scheme of the universe. It's fucking whatever.
Maybe it does matter though in the scheme of the universe. Maybe that's what
That's what
rights
killed
the
that's what killed
universal
that's what killed the dinosaurs.
Could have. It could have been.
Carnivorism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
That's why Atlantis fell.
Oh God.
No, I had so we had our morality discussion like a couple episodes ago, and I thought of a better way. I shouldn't say a better way to word it, but
hey, put our phone number on the bottom.
oh shit, we got chats on there too. God damn it!
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Preferential treatment.
What the fuck? Preferential treatment. It's not so much preferential treatment. It's. I think the heart is in the right place.
Again, the idea is good,
to an extent.
but the execution is not. It's in the wrong area. Like that application is in the wrong place, because then you're pushing people through. It'd be kind of like taking race out of it. Say, okay, you have to give poor kids better scores than kids that have more money. And it's like, no, if you're both there and you're both doing the same thing, then the standard should be it's a standard,
for sure,
right across the fucking board. But I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't. Whatever. Like I said, I have I have a lot of indifference to a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. But what I was saying about our like morality conversation, and I realized I agreed with you on a part because we kind of agreed on parts of it, but on others it's not. And I feel like that there is a morality, but it is based in societal norms and where you grow up. So there is a right and wrong in regards to like the society that you live in.
Do you think that anything is been wrong regardless of time? Or do you, in your opinion, is anything wrong no matter what time period it happened?
No, I feel like right and wrong is entirely dictated by the society that you're in.
Okay.
So
but you have things that you think are wrong, right? That aren't societally aren't wrong.
Yeah,
right.
For sure. Yeah.
So do you have anything like that you think has been wrong forever, no matter
well, it's kind of like what's up, dude? Blackbird 17 or Brickbird?
Breakbird? I don't know.
You should write that out phonetically so we can understand it. Because
I don't.
But yeah, no, and that's might be a better way to put it. So I guess I believe more in moral relativity than no morals whatsoever. I think that the time you live in, the society you live in, fully dictates your morals. And then it's stupid to think that as a person, like we all have our own ideas of what right and wrong is. Like my concept is it's more of like in the grand scheme of thing, none of it, I really don't think it matters. Like really. But to function in the society you're in, there has to be a right and wrong, right? And that's dictated by society. But like for me personally, like fucking like harming children across the board.
Yeah.
Is it's a fucking no-go. Like I said, fuck those guys, no matter like you molest a kid, fuck you, have your fucking throat slit and fucking put on a pole in front of whatever, but on a playground.
I wouldn't fight that if that was ever came out, but I still think that there are exceptions to that rule.
Yeah, I know we've talked about that, but like I said, there are certain things like I don't think murder is always wrong. Absolutely not. Like I'm okay with murder to a degree, depending on what the murder's for. Like to me, that's not a moral thing. To me, we dictate like because it's weird for us. Like, oh, murder's always wrong, except in self-defense. Then it's not murder. It's self-defense. No, you're still taking a life. Like we talked about that. You
are still taking life. It's just not murder.
By the legal definition of murder, absolutely. But the end result is the fucking same, no matter what the reason is.
Sure.
But I feel like that murder, if you're going out and fucking killing child molesters, fucking good for you. That's a good use of murder. I'm 100% okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I was talking to my wife the other day about.
So moral, anyway, so before we go on that, but so back to it, like moral relativity is more of what I subscribe to, more than like nothing's right, wrong, but scheme of the universe, because the world's, and that's why it's because there's nothing no right or wrong in nature. Right. And across the board, like most animals aren't bound to a moral code. They just do what the fuck ever. Granted, we have a different type of, reasoning and sentience that they do, but okay. So you and your wife and break bread, you fucks. Okay.
Break bread, you fucks.
Oh, that's what his name is. Break bread.
Break bread. Okay. Why 17? Is that how old you are?
Yeah. And I also feel like break bread is like, he's really just deep down. He
Maybe.
wants to sit down and fellowship.
I don't know.
break
I've
bread.
seen a lot of people say break bread, and they just like, let's hang out, or like I fucks with you, and so we can have a meal together.
Dude, Judah started saying that shit's bussin'.
He says that shit's
He
bussin'.
didn't say shit, but he's like, man, that's bussin'.
That's
like, okay.
Cultural appropriation.
Right.
I heard that white people aren't allowed to say bussin'.
Really?
Yeah.
See, he watches it. He gets it from like YouTube videos and all that shit. But he's gotten really weird into cooking videos. He watches a lot of fucking cooking shit.
Is he watching the mukbangs?
Right? He has Tourette's. It's fine.
Oh God. So we're just speaking of murder. Maybe think about this. I was talking to my wife the other day about
what's up, randomization?
I don't know who you are, but hey. I said, if anything ever happened to somebody in the family or whatever, whatever it is, I said, I'll, if I'm asked not to, it is me. Oh, okay.
That fucking cunt.
Yeah.
I will never add you on Instagram.
How's your mom?
Fucking ever will you get added or like accept your follow request. Just going to throw that out there now.
Tell your mom Steven says sorry.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, I said, if anything ever happened or whatever, especially if I were asked to stay out of it, or if by the person involved, or if I needed to stay out of it because then I would obviously be a prime suspect or something. I said, all you got to do is say the word. I know, I have people that would do something. It costs nothing.
Sitting across the table from you.
And and she said, what? Hold on, like what? I was like whatever. And I was like, and you'll never have to know.
Yeah. 100%.
Or anything like that. You would never be, you would have an alibi to anything or whatever,
Yeah.
And we got to talking, and I was like, there are people that I know I can trust no matter what.
Yeah.
And I said, doesn't matter what. I never question whether I can trust Steven for anything at all. I said, there are other people that I feel like I can trust, but on a daily basis, in every conversation I have with that person, I'm vetting them.
Yeah.
Because if they say something that makes me go, ooh, I don't know if I could trust you if I needed, if the shit went down, I don't know if I could trust you anymore because of that or whatever. And she was like, that's insane to me. She's like, what would you like? I was like, if I want to do it, I don't want to just go, I'm not one that wants to just go put two behind the ear real quick.
Yeah.
I said, no. I want plastic room, Dexter style.
Oh yeah.
I want to look
100%.
you in the eye and talk to you about this first, and then watch you as you suffer, you suffer 100%. As the life. And she said that, and like she was just like, I don't understand this. Yeah. This is scary.
Yeah.
A little
no,
scary.
I'm not gonna lie, and Amanda knows this. One of my dreams. One of the things I hope I get to do in my lifetime.
Something to happen to one of your kids so you can do this.
No, not to happen to my kids. No, but have an opportunity and a justifiable reason to take another life with my bare hands. Not with a gun, not with a knife. I want to physically fucking, and I mean, with good reason. Like, like I said, find a child molester.
Yeah.
And fucking like beat them to death with my fists. That would make me so happy.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my big thing, honestly, that's kept me from fucking a lot of people up is the inconvenience of going to jail and derailing shit I have going on.
Having to come up with an alibi.
Yeah, fuck that. It's not even an alibi.
Dispose of weapons and whatever.
That's part of the fun, man. It's the whole thing is because that I know good and well.
I don't like waste. You're wasting a weapon if you throw it away.
But I know good and well I'm not smart enough to not get caught, especially with not with modern technology. It's very, very difficult to get away with, like with murderer, not like shit like gangland style shit, but I'm talking about like an actual like proper murder. Like
that's the thing. You can't kill somebody that you have any connection to.
Yeah.
Because anyone that they're connected to is at least a little bit of a suspect.
But even then, like the methods for investigating like a murder, like, and again, not like random like gang violence or some shit like that, but I'm talking about like a normal like human person murder, like
crime of passion,
like crime of passion. Like it's very hard to get away with it nowadays.
Yeah,
very hard.
I think so, but it happens all the time. One of the things that's happened, what y'all sipping on? Ranch water,
ranch water, bitch. Shout out tequila and some Topo Chico.
Yeah,
and I don't have a problem there. Randomization. It's out of principle at this point. Out of principle, no other reason but the fact that I just don't want to.
God damn it! I was fixing to say something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what, huh?
Murder?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But oh well.
But I think we can agree that murder is absolutely justifiable in certain cases.
For sure.
What do you think about because Old Testament, right? It was in the law, there was fuck, I forgot the blanking out for the word, right? But basically revenge killing, like avenging the death of somebody. Like, so if somebody murdered your brother, you could go fucking either murder them or murder their brother, and it was okay because it was even in the eye for an eye bullshit.
I don't like the murder their brother thing,
right?
But killing them is fine. Because what did their brother ever do to you?
Yeah, took over Dim Jackson Boys. I know we didn't. Well, we were doing back to back, man, but I know.
Well, I mean, Dim Jackson Boys usually start earlier than this.
Yeah, but I would listen to Dim Jackson Boys over us any day of the week. But we're glad you're here.
Depends. We're
no, I love those dudes have some meaningful conversations. Like they really do. Like
sure. Did you know that they had last week? So I had something on TV, but I was watching them on.
Oh, what's up, Jack Boy? Love the shit out of you, man.
Oh, see, break bread. That makes way more sense now knowing that this Jack Boy. Yeah. So they had a guy on. I'm sorry for mocking you.
Not really.
They had a guy on Astros clinch. Fuck them Astros. God damn it. The Red Sox are out now. So they had a guy on, a battle rapper.
Okay.
And I've seen a little bit of battle rapper. I've watched 8 Mile. I mean,
no. I understand the culture.
Right. Now, continue. Yeah. For sure. Your mama and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
you're woke.
It was right. Woke as shit. No, but I'm genuinely interested in battle rap. It's just like roast battles, that they used to have on TV or whatever. Like it's funny, it's interesting. But they had a guy on there who was a Christian battle rapper. Now he did the legit battle raps, but he wouldn't cuss, he wouldn't talk about your family or whatever, and is very good.
Yeah,
like I saw some of his videos, they showed clips of it or whatever, and he's very good. I didn't know this. Battle rappers can make the big name ones, which neither you or I, neither one know their names, but $100,000 per battle.
Damn,
like per competition or whatever.
But amazingly, fuck you, Zane. We will block your ass if you start this shit again.
Okay.
He did that last time. He copied and pasted stuff over and over and over again. But anyway, but the fuck, I forgot to say. No, but that skill set to me is amazing. Like it's a legitimately incredible thing. I knew a girl in Hawaii, and she freestyles kind of what she did, and she was absolutely fucking outstanding.
Well, he was. So they were asking him, what do you need to prepare? And he said, I need a month. I need a month to prepare for a battle that I'm going to go into, because I need to learn about the person, but then I need, you want to write your lines or whatever, and then hate them again so that you write good stuff or whatever. And a lot of that stuff is all pre-written, and then some of it is freestyled if you run out of stuff or whatever. But anyway, and I know he was saying this year at this point he's made $50,000 battle rapping.
Jesus,
wow.
I think I've told you this before, but when I was in Hawaii, one of the most impressive fucking things that I shouldn't say it blew my mind. So I went, and there was it was kind of like a hip hop battle of the bands, right? Like all these rap artists made a prize and all this shit, and it wasn't battle rap, but they were doing their own songs, and like I said, kind of like a battle of the bands. But one dude came in, and he was like, and these all guys in Hawaii, there weren't that many great independent rap artists in Hawaii. I'll go ahead and throw that out there now. Kind of like they're just not a lot of good ones. Sure. Kind of like good rock bands out of there. It doesn't happen.
Right.
But anyway, so this one dude came up, and I guess he was from Atlanta, and was because he was like, I don't really have anything prepared. I just kind of walked in here, and do you guys care if I do something?
I think you did tell me.
And they're like, yeah, sure. And so he took one of the other guys' fucking beats and just freestyled over the top of it and just crushed every fuck. So he took somebody else's fucking song, freestyled over that shit, and just crushed everybody. And I was like, yeah, fuck you. Goddamn, go Atlanta. But which I wish, honest to God, I wish I knew more. I was more knowledgeable in especially in independent rap, but it's a lot like indie rock and shit. Like from what I've heard in my limited experience, independent, personally released fucking rap music is either outstanding or it's fucking trash. There's nothing in between.
Yeah.
That I've discovered, excuse me. So almost everybody again, my limited experience, the stuff I've listened to, I worked with a guy, and he was like, I found out he does some stuff on the side. I was like, let me hear it. And it was fucking great. But I've also had guys like, you should check out my shit. And I'm like, it's fucking awful. But it's the same thing as like some fucking college could be like, yeah, you want to hear my demo?
Yeah,
like
my mixtape.
Your demo fucking garbage.
Right.
So, but one of my time in music though that I felt special on the inside is when I was playing, I had some kid fucking message me like, hey, do you care if I cover some of your songs? And I was like, no. He's like, I'll give you credit and shit. I was like, you don't have to do, I don't fucking care. That shit's awesome. Like, I don't understand.
If you like these songs and want to hear more, you should check out.
Go to www. Yeah. Buy my DVDs.
God. So I was just thinking about guests that we could have on here. And I was thinking I would never have anyone on here who their name sounded like it could be part of like an animal's body part. Like if your name was Claw or like Talon or something like that, I would never have that person on this podcast.
No.
This is just not a place for it.
Yeah. Well, it's not a place for children.
It's not a real name.
It's not a place for children. That's what it boils
No,
down
that's true. It's not a place for children. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know,
but if you want to take your mom and dad's credit card and buy a T-shirt from them,
which by the way, we need to get the new store up and running. But
yep, I just need those logos from you so I can go in. And,
oh yeah, shit. Yeah. You can download them off of our site. But.
Okay. So, what was I going to say? I'll tell you what. I'll let anyone that subscribes for 2 months in a row to the top tier of our Patreon, I'll let you come on for 1 minute for every month you're subscribed.
I 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes per month.
Over 2 months. Yeah,
you be subscribed for 2 months, and we'll give you 10 minutes, and then every month you stay subscribed, you can get 5 more minutes.
Or for $1,000 like one-time donation, like give me coffee or buy me a coffee, you'll full episode for yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have you on for a full episode. $1,000 at Buy Me a Coffee.
Yep.
No, not at Buy Me a Coffee. Send us an email. We'll send you our PayPal.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Buy Me a Coffee. I'm not letting them take any of that money.
Like I will absolutely let people pay to be on the show.
For sure.
I'll give you a whole episode for $500.
That's what we need to do. Anyone that wants to be a guest on this show
that's not cool and that we don't ask you to be on.
What's the minimum you would charge someone to spend half the episode?
Half the episode?
Because we need the second half to shit on them.
Right, absolutely. What do you think, $150 for half an episode?
Oh, that's way more than I was thinking. I was thinking like 50.
No.
Think about it. If you make 50 an episode, that's not bad.
You get to hang out with us for
I understand that.
I know. $100 for a half an episode.
$100 for an hour.
Yeah, $100 for an hour.
Interesting.
On the show.
What if we did $60 and they're paying $10? They're paying
$1
per 10 minute. Right, to $1 a minute, but you're paying in 10-minute intervals is what I'm saying.
Okay, I could do
if you go over, like you're paying for that whole extra 10 minutes. So like basically $6 for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
For every $6 you send to our PayPal, you can get 10 minutes on the show.
They said we're froze up.
Fix yo camera. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the camera?
It said it's frozen. It doesn't matter. It might be their internet connection. And they keep saying ordinary sausage. You give us
this person's tried to get us to get ordinary sausage on here.
Yeah.
Forever.
Like hook it up.
Ordinary sausage has some cool, interesting stuff, but
hook it up.
I can't imagine he wants to be part of this.
No, not many people do.
No.
Yeah.
Jay does for some reason. Anders, I don't get it.
I understand. But I do have, like we talked about getting guests earlier, I do have a couple in the back pocket that I'm working on. That if I get them, I'm not telling you about it yet, but I'm hoping if I can work it out, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? So I'm excited about it.
I just make a note here.
I want to get Ron Jeremy on this bitch.
Pay to play.
Thanks,
Ron
Himmer.
Jeremy's in jail.
I know. Thanks, Himmer 500.
Big fan, guys. I don't know who you are, but thank you so much, man.
Would you talk to if we could get a serial killer, like a legit one out of prison on here?
Yeah, for sure.
That would be fucking sweet.
I've told you, except for a child, I'll talk to anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
At least for a short amount of time.
If it's a minor, I will absolutely not have a minor on the show, even if they paid whatever.
It depends.
No.
For me, it depends.
To me, it's not worth the legal hassle of the things we'd have to put into place to have a minor on the show.
It depends for me.
I might have a minor on but that's the thing. If they're in, like, if remotely, I might have one. I wouldn't have
but
one
I'm saying
studio.
if they were a child actor or whatever, I say teenage actor or whatever, and they wanted to come on, or
I guess so.
But there's a lot of legal hoops have to jump through for that. But I would do that. But I'm not just gonna have some random asshole on Twitch.
No.
That wants to be named after an animal's claw.
They're on YouTube, I think. But It doesn't matter.
I don't give a shit.
But yeah. So it's one of those things. It's whatever.
So whatever. I may one day regret ever saying this.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with things that people say that aren't correct.
I know.
Mispronouncing words. No. Mispronouncing words.
Right.
My wife does. She had an occipital nerve block shot a few weeks ago.
Right.
And she keeps saying occipital nerve.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. It's occipital.
Right.
The doctor pronounced it that way and everything. But anyway. Go ahead.
No, I'm just laughing at the doctor pronouncing it.
The doctor pronounced it occipital, and she
Right.
said occipital. But anyway, regardless, I listen to the juxtaposition debate every other Sunday when they're on.
Right.
And
you put so much more time into our podcast relationship.
No, I legitimately enjoy listening to their show. It's very good, and it's live interaction, and they have a lot of live interaction. So I interact back and forth, and they shout us out too, which is
they're great dudes. Yeah.
But black people in England also say axe.
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah,
was blown away, and in questioning whether that was not racist, because I don't think it's racist, but prejudice or whatever. I went to my wife about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, that's funny. Like, that's funny that I was like, okay. Because I heard Easy tell a story, and he's like, so I oxed them.
Yeah.
And I went, my mind is fucking exploding right now. This is insane to me. It's like when you're young and you watch if you see a foreign film or whatever, and you see a black person speak French or whatever, fluently, growing up in the South.
Yeah. It's
a mind fuck.
Yeah, it is. Like, absolutely.
Yeah. And if that's offensive or whatever, I'm sorry.
It's true. Like growing up, I remember the first time I saw, even a black person with a British accent. I was like, what?
Aaron Neville blew my mind when I was young. But anyway.
How much the shirts cost? How much are the shirts? $20, $25?
I don't remember. Yeah, $25. You can get this shirt.
Yeah. We also have
we
also have our limited edition spread neck shirts. They're $30. Which I don't know if we have one nearby. Yeah. Yeah. So we got these too.
There's only 2 of these.
Yeah, there's only 2 of those. That's why they're $30. They're limited edition. You're blocking the spread neck. Yeah, there we go.
And then
we got the logo
on the back. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, if you buy a shirt or whatever, you have to give me your address. You have to send us an email with your address so I can get it shipped to you. But I'll also ship you a sticker for free,
or a DM on the old Insta.
Sure. Or we could be mature and use an email.
Admin at b3fpodcast.com.
Sure.
People are weird. I found out a lot of younger folks don't like using email.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like to me, it's still such a business thing. Like that's what you do professionally. Like I have a really weird time, or it's hard for me to send even booking requests via Instagram Messenger and shit. Like it's not formal enough. I don't know. It's weird. Like we at where I work sometimes we use an app. We use Slack for a lot of things.
Sure.
And most people have a really hard time. Fucking. They don't want to use email for shit. I'm like, no, if it's a formal request, you need to fix your fucking internet there, Zane. Or it might be us. I don't fucking know.
I don't think it's us.
I don't care. But anyway, regardless, I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, but people don't like using email, even for I was like, if it's a fucking formal request, send a goddamn email and copy the people that need to be on it. But whatever.
Yeah.
What a fucking fun night so far.
Yeah, it's fine. No, Crab Lub Gaming, you cannot have a shirt for free.
Yeah. I don't care if it's your birthday.
It costs us money.
Yeah. Also, Jack said, Joey, what's going to happen
tomorrow night against Bama? Well, I think we're going to score more points than people think, but we will ultimately lose.
Yeah.
But I will be rooting for them to win the whole time.
Yeah. I said we keep freezing too. That
game last week was something, man. I think we surprised a lot of people. So
who cares?
Well, Jack does.
I do. Okay.
102,000 people at the stadium last week.
Playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They played Ole Miss last week. So. Play Bama tomorrow.
I don't understand, man. Like, it's something I've never understood. Like, I get people enjoy watching sports. Like, I understand that. But I just don't get the rabid fandom of college football. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I get NFL.
Yeah, this is the first year that players can actually get endorsements and sponsorships and things like that. The NCAA released that. I'm for it.
Okay.
I'm perfectly fine. The NCAA makes millions upon millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, off of these kids.
Right.
And if this kid Dr. Pepper, for instance, gave a contract to a college player to be in their Dr. Pepper,
right?
The Fansville commercials is what they call them or whatever. And I'm like, I'm all for that. Like,
yeah,
why shouldn't an independent person be able to be in a commercial and get paid for that?
Yeah.
Regardless of what sport they play for what school, you should be allowed to do that. I mean,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah. That's my thing. Like, but I've been a big proponent for years of the colleges should be able to pay the students, but you just make it fair. Like, every student gets paid the same amount of money.
Right.
Every student on the team gets paid the same amount of money for every game.
Right.
Whether it's $100 or $200 or whatever.
Right.
Just it's the same amount.
Yep.
And then, but then also if people say that's, if you don't mute that, that's going to come through in the recording. But, have people say, well, but the volleyball team should get paid the same amount as the football team. Like, I completely disagree with that.
Yeah.
Because the football team brings in more money.
Yeah. No, I got you there for sure.
So, but anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm perfectly fine with kids getting paid.
100%.
Not paid for playing per se by sponsors or whatever, but paid while they're playing.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
Anyway,
it doesn't. But anyway, like I said, I don't even understand. So Himmer 500 asks, what flavor are you smoking?
What flavor am I smoking? I don't know. I cannot remember.
It's a unicorn queef.
It's unimportant. Probably is.
Yeah.
It's unimportant to me. I just need the nicotine.
Yep.
And for it not to taste
100%.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. And then there was another question after that.
Oh, he's copy and pasting other shit.
Okay. Yeah. I thought this one I asked about.
Nope.
Drink.
We're gonna get a little feedback for just other shit.
Okay. Yeah. I thought this one I asked about.
Haha. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway. Got sidetracked when you did that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Can't remember. You got to go to New Jersey for work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Jersey for week.
I like going to New Jersey just because it's getting away from the area that I'm in all the time, but it's the fucking armpit of America.
No, it is. I hate
it's just awful.
Don't worry about Jack. They just got fucking put in timeout on the comments. I'm going to block their asses if they don't put that shit up.
You know what, Jack? They're racist. That's what I would say.
Yep. They're a bunch of fucking stupid ass kids. They're trying to troll and blah, blah, blah.
Some of them are not kids, but
I don't know.
Anyway. Jesus Christ, what kind of fucking name is Zane?
I know. Anyway,
whatever.
But anyway, yeah, they keep it up. I'll just block them. I don't fucking care.
Oh, no, I don't block them. Let them. What? Because they win.
You think so?
Yeah, you put too much effort into it at that point.
Okay.
I don't mind commenting on it on here.
Okay, it just annoys me. That's all. Like, it's annoying.
You're letting them win.
No, it's annoying is not the right word. Like, my thing is like this, like fucking with Jack. Like, that's when I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll kick you off the fucking stream. Like, you can try to troll us. That's fine. Don't fuck with our friends. Like, that's what it boils down to. Yeah. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said the friend word.
Yeah, I know. I look at
no, I do as well, but you don't throw that out.
Throw the F word around?
No, you don't. Well, not that one.
For me and my world, they're friends. Like,
no, yeah,
I'm not going to go to a wedding or a funeral, or I could probably hang out on.
I would have went to Trevor's wedding had I got an invitation.
Yeah,
and I'm a little bit hurt.
You're a little bit hurt that we didn't. Yeah, I thought we meant more to them. I thought we meant more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, just we are fucking friends. Maybe. So did I tell you that my stepson or Eli, my kid, he enlisted officially in the Navy a couple days ago.
So I didn't know I knew that he had talked to someone from the Navy. I didn't know he officially got
swore the fuck in. So as soon as he graduates, he's the fuck out. He qualified
ready for brainwashing.
Did I know he qualified like,
yeah, you told me about it.
Stupid, like nuclear engineering, like stupid fucking smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know if I told you this. So did I tell you about his ASVAB scores?
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. Makes me a little mad, actually. Not really, but I don't know. It's impressive.
It's an interesting thing. Nuclear engineering, nuclear subs.
You two, old there, Jack boy.
You boys have a good fucking night. Thanks, Jack.
Rub one out and think of me. You can see. Look at this. Just think about this when you're fucking touching that cock. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's an interesting thing, like nuclear submarines and things like that, because it's the
nuclear.
I know. Okay, I was saying nuclear submarines. It's the cleanest and safest.
You got to be more Pacific than that.
It's the cleanest and safest form of energy that we've got currently.
Mm-hmm.
Like reliable.
Yeah.
Wind turbines are not reliable. Solar's not reliable. It
Japan.
is not really. But anyway, but people, because it's got the word nuclear in it and they think of a nuclear bomb.
Right.
It's insane. You could power a car for 50 years with a baseball size nuclear reactor.
Yep.
It's insane to me.
Yep.
And I think if you could rebrand nuclear energy and call it clear new something, I don't know.
Right.
Whatever. I think you could, you need nuclear needs a better publicist.
Even atom energy, because people are associated with the atom bomb.
Yeah, for sure. It's just anytime people bring up nuclear anything,
it's crazy to me
think of
that much energy comes out of splitting a fucking atom. Like that's what blows my mind. Like really thinking about what nuclear energy is fucking impressive as shit.
Hey, I'm pretty sure that Zane guy.
No, if you scroll up in the comment,
really just wants to know what you're drinking.
Yeah, we already answered that, and it was copied and pasted well above.
It was,
so it's ranch water, it's tequila, and
I don't think it was
Topo
copied
Chico.
and pasted. I think he just types
out.
Well,
they had been but anyway, but I'm saying that
for sure
it was a repeat of other things.
Yeah, it's called ranch water.
Yeah,
make it ourselves. My mom's recipe.
Yeah. This has been the longest fucking 47 minutes. Anyway, what I was saying is it blows my mind the amount of energy that can come out of splitting a fucking atom.
Sure.
And you know me, I like conspiracy theories and weird shit like that. And I had this thought at one point in time, like what if, and this is fucking stupid, no proof, doesn't make any sense, whatever. But what if the amount of energy that comes from like, splitting an atom that comes out is actually because when that process, it tears a small hole in a fucking alternate dimension or another fucking layer of reality, and that shit comes fucking flooding out, even a small hole, and that's where that energy comes from. It's a cool thought,
I guess.
Or if it's or if it's tearing a small hole in space time, I guess that would be a better way to put it. Yeah.
Do you ever visualize what those types of things look like, splitting an atom? Or
yeah.
How do you visualize things like that? Not necessarily that.
I think it as like an egg. That's what I picture it. It's like splitting open and shit just coming out.
I picture it as a little being, like being split apart and going like, "Oh fuck!" as it tears apart.
Yeah, evidently, we're faggots.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced fagé.
Fagé,
but whatever. Yeah.
You
know what? Hate speech. Don't do it.
A violation of community guidelines.
It is really. That's why they spelled it that way.
This podcast is a violation of community guidelines.
Maybe
it's actually not, because
you're right.
I fought back. I fought the man, and I fucking won.
You did. Did you ever hear about the article? Not the article. Did you ever about the? It's been months ago, but it was a Batman animated something, but it was like R-rated or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Batman was going to go down is going to eat Catwoman. I think it's Catwoman's pussy.
Okay.
And I guess
did he still have the cattle on?
I don't know. I just remember hearing about it. And DC, or somebody, whoever owns it or whatever, is like, we can't have.
Yeah.
Like, no, we can't have that happening. Yeah. It's an insane thing. I mean, of all the shit you can have, a man obsessed with bats, a woman, eaten by cats and coming back to life, or whatever. Like, it's insane to me. You go, listen, sorry, but
but the shit like that, like we live in such a puritanical society. Like
well, on one side of it we do, but then on the other side there's a lot of shit that's getting shoved in everybody's face. I mean, there's certain things,
but a lot of that
shouldn't do in a parade.
But a lot of that, Jesus Christ. But most of that is pushing back against a lot of that puritanical
a little bit,
bullshit.
sure.
Because I mean, the hangups we have in human sexuality in general is insane to me. Fucking insane. And a lot of it we recoil against because of our upbringing and shit, when really it's a completely normal fucking part of like nature and human sexuality and all that shit. But we fucking, I know it's such a like a because of just how we've been brought up, especially in the South. Like, you don't talk about sex and shit. That's fucking,
I don't know. I just figure, I don't know. It's that's a win for feminism. That the man's going down on the woman instead of having the woman sucking the guy's dick. Can't you just imagine Batman choking out Catwoman? Catwoman. I wasn't even coughing up a hairball. I know you're not talking about that, but I'm talking about why would we rail against something like that that's actually the patriarchy bowing, literally and figuratively bowing.
I think it's because there is a surprising number of men that will not go down on a
lady. I don't understand that for the life of me.
But they did. Like, they're like, it's gross. Like, but you want her to suck your fucking dick. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm all about fucking getting down on some clit. Hell yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But you can't only go there.
Oh no.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll work. Yeah. It's you don't just go for gold. Any young fellas out there, just a little word of advice. Yeah. Take your time. Take your time getting to the fucking.
You know what? Take your tongue and do the alphabet.
No, that's the worst advice ever. Jesus Christ. Yeah. And practice makes perfect. You gotta listen.
Right.
Like, don't be offended if a girl tells you the shit she likes, because that's how you get better.
Be happy if she tells you the shit
she likes. I know so many dudes, like, they get fucking pissed or like offended if a lady that they're with like gives them direction, because they feel like they already know what to do and blah blah blah. Like, it's like, no.
Clearly you don't.
Yeah, clearly you don't.
I don't know. I'll let no woman tell me what to do.
But that's part of it's fucking crazy to me.
I don't know. That's doing half of your work for you.
Right. You don't have to figure it out.
You don't have to. You're right. You don't have to figure it out. You have to guess. You don't have to take a chance on being wrong. It's like, oh, that's what you like? Fine. I don't have to dance around your asshole for a little while.
Right. But I'm just saying, if you can get good at eating pussy when you're young, you're going to be unstoppable in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will drown in vagina, like figuratively and literally, if you get good at that shit.
Yeah.
Like, and eat the booty.
I can remember in like 04, 05, when we were living in Pulaski, you guys coming over, you and Jordan coming over, going, you got to see this shit, and pulling this video up on the internet of this guy shoving his whole bald head into a woman's vagina.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like, that is insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Did I ever show you the rib tickler video? That's what they called it.
I think you did.
It's that little skinny dude sat on that giant fucking dildo, and you could see the shit pushing out his ribs. It's like, oh god!
I don't think you showed me. I think you told me, and
that's
I don't
not healthy.
Need to see it. I probably envisioned
that in the video of the dude fucking sticking a cactus in his fucking urethra. Jesus,
it's insane what people do.
Yeah.
What do you remember the?
And they can't enjoy that initially. Like, it has to be
Pain Olympics.
Yeah,
you can find those videos. Whew, that was some rough shit. People cutting their balls off.
Yeah. Yeah, did I tell you I stumbled across a video in the early days of the internet?
Stumbled across?
No, it was a stumbled across of a dude. It was a fucking suicide video of a dude full on falling on a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was shit.
I've seen that same
He was
thing.
in the gimp suit, and he falls on, and like, it's like, oh, it's rough.
Dude, I used to rent the Faces of Death videos.
Yeah. Some of those were fake as fuck, but some of them weren't.
Some of them.
Yeah.
As time went on, they were.
No, but dude, the video is in my brain forever. Like, because at first I was like, what is this? And then fucking this, oh Jesus. Ugh. It's the things you can't unsee.
It is. I like seeing a guy being drawn and quartered.
Yeah.
I tell you, one of the freakiest things I ever saw was like pig slaughtering, because the noise that they make is haunting.
Yeah. Same thing with drowning rats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They scream.
Yes.
Did I ever tell you what we used to do to fucking the new guys in Alaska?
No.
So on Attu Island, there's fucking rats everywhere, huge rats. So we used to we catch them in cages sometimes, and we'd let and you had to kill them or they'd get in and fucking ruin shit.
Right.
And so we had these big ass cages, and sometimes in the wintertime, we had a couple dogs at the station, and we'd fucking let the rats out, and they'd go and fucking let the dogs just demolish the rats, which is fucking cool. But then other times we had new guys, like, you had to kill the rats, and we like, well, this is how we have to do it. We get a bucket of water and make these fucking 18-year-old kids drown these rats with their hands.
Oh my God.
We fucked some kids up.
Yeah, this to say you really fucked some kids
This
up.
one kid was fucking crying, holding the rat underwater. Like, why
but that's so like just drowning a rat. I mean, that's so unnecessary. It's like, I mean, it's so like killing. I understand extermination and things like that. I get that completely, but if you caught a rat in your house, would you just hold it into the toilet? No, you wouldn't do that.
We had these gloves, like firefighter gloves, we put on them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's why we're the greatest country in the world.
America. But no, but yeah, I mean, because obviously, I mean, sometimes you shoot them and let the dogs, so the dogs love that shit, you know, whatever, and that they wouldn't suffer that way. But yeah, you drown those fucking rats and just hear them fucking scream, and that's what fucked them up the most. It wasn't that; it's just like when they put them underwater, then things clawing and being like, I can't do it. I can't do it. You put that fucking rat back in the water. Do you want to eat?
Oh my God!
Them rats are the enemy.
Jesus
Christ. Fuck. Do you want to take a break?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'd like to take a break.
I have to write a little note here that says eating pussy.
it's important shit.
And drowning rats.
Drowning rats
sounds like a euphemism,
right? Oh, it does actually.
Have you? Hold on a minute, real quick. Speaking of eating pussy, it's like a dick. Have you ever heard? I can't remember where I saw this, but somebody called a blowjob getting that gluck gluck. Evidently that's the sound that people make when they suck dick. I guess maybe that's a young person thing. It's like,
I get it.
I remember seeing a video of this girl saying or doing something, and then it like a stitch video or duet in TikTok or whatever, and the guy was like, I'll tell you what that right there is. That is a 100% credit card maxing out Gluck Gluck 3000 right there. Here's something along those lines. I don't know why. It's just so... Oh God, I don't know why. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back, and then who knows?
Finish this fucking shitty ass episode.
Yeah, I'll make my ranch water when we come back.
All right.
So this is the middle of the week for us, and Steven is pissed. If you're watching the video, if you can't tell by his name. So we're going to do our NFL picks to drop in here. So last week you went week 7. So you went 1 for 3.
Okay.
And I went 2 for 3. So right now you're leading by 1, 12-11. So anyway.
Hooray.
Hooray. I know. I wish you were excited. So I'll go with my picks first. First game I'm picking is the Titans and the Colts. Colts -1, and I'm taking the Titans because they're on a bit of a hot streak right now. And then for the second game, I'm taking it's the Bengals and the Jets. Bengals are -10.5, and I'm going to take the Bengals anyway. And then the third game is the Dolphins and the Bills, and I think the Bills are going to be upset for losing to the Titans in their last game, and they're giving up 13.5, and I'm going to take the Bills. So,
all right,
what have you got?
All right, Falcons over the Panthers. Atlanta's -3.
Okay.
Colts over the Titans.
Falcons.
What?
You said you're taking the Falcons, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Colts over the Titans. Okay.
Yep. And you already picked that one?
Yep.
And then Vikings over the Cowboys.
Vikings and the Cowboys. And what's the...
I think it's like 1.5. I can't read my handwriting. I don't fucking know.
Jesus.
You send me the pictures. You can fucking look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Vikings over the Cowboys.
I feel like the whole thing behind this is it's fun for you.
Well, I mean, I threw it out there and you agreed to it. How first off, how's it fun for me if I'm losing?
I don't know. It's like a weird social experiment that you're currently involved in.
No, it's not so much a social experiment. It's a competition. We haven't had a competition in a year and a half.
But yeah, maybe. But I mean, is it difficult being in a competition with somebody that doesn't give a shit about the competition?
No, following through with it makes it difficult because it's something we decided to do. And anytime you show zero interest in anything that we're doing on the podcast makes everything difficult.
That's why most of the podcast is difficult.
Yeah, I agree. So I hadn't heard from you a lot this week, and so and I know you keep your notifications turned off. And I was thinking today as I sent the text, I was like, God damn it, he's never going to see these text messages. And it'll be 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight, and you'll see them or whatever.
Well, I've been waiting on a message to get in and finish my goddamn tattoo, so I've been checking my phone.
Oh, yeah. So are you upset and frustrated about that?
Upset? That's the wrong word. I just want to get it fucking done.
Okay.
Yeah. Regardless. Are you happy now? We got our picks.
I'm just glad to have it done so that I can finish all the stuff for this episode for the video for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we already have it recorded, so I don't see the need in prolonging this bullshit.
Yeah. So, all right. I'll stop recording.
It's such a hard cut. I wish it was more of a fade.
It is, yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Off center.
Yeah, it's been off center.
I know.
But yeah, so yeah. Maybe I did give those guys what they wanted, but I didn't feel like I wasn't maybe I was annoyed by them, but whatever. Like the funny thing is most young kids, like, they think that that's trolling. And to me, it's just being annoying little pieces of shit. To me, like, the art of trolling is when you get somebody fucking fired up about some like stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, you get them arguing about something that doesn't matter. To me, that's what trolling is.
But I think for them, it's just any reaction.
Eliciting a reaction.
Yeah.
I get that, but still.
Yeah, whatever.
I look at it as fucking like I treat kids. Like, if, my kids were fucking being a pain in the ass, I'd be like, you just shut the fuck up, God damn it, Joey.
I didn't do that earlier.
Did you spray it that hard earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's weird.
Maybe you created a better seal that time when you pushed it on.
Oh, well, I don't care.
Yeah. Water didn't have no place to go.
Yeah, whatever.
Second half.
Do you not have anything to talk about?
Dude, I didn't even think about this. I mean, I knew we were doing a second episode, but I didn't even I didn't put that much. God damn it, Joey.
That's what you get.
For what?
Not having anything ready.
Oh my God. Hold on. I had a bunch of shit ready earlier. We just didn't do it because I kept derailing the fucking episode. So actually, I wanted to see if I did have a fucking cool news article that I found, but I was trying to see if I could find it real quick. I found it earlier. But nothing. Why is nothing loading right tonight? Your phone was doing the same fucking thing.
No, mine was loading. It was just then reloading. It was just loading.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
But it was only one site that did that.
Right. Oh, let me see if it's on here.
Yep. I was going to say, if you're watching, you can call us.
Yeah.
Unless you're, under 18.
Yeah.
Evidently, anyone under 18 only knows how to call and hang up.
Yeah, evidently so. Or make, stupid comments. I do like the fact that we got under somebody's skin a little bit. So that makes me happy. Trolling the trollers.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. It's whatever. Yeah, I've got nothing. I can't find it. Oh well. So anyway, what are some upcoming, like, what are some guests you'd like to see that are reasonable to get on the show?
I don't know. I mean, reasonable. I don't know who is. I don't know what's considered reasonable anymore.
People that you think
a year ago, I would have said Jay Nielsen's not reasonable.
Yeah,
but reasonable. I don't know. Yeah. I'd really love to abuse our connection with Anders and get Robert England on here.
Well, see, I feel like that we're at the point as far as getting guests go. Is the hardest part. I feel like we could get people on if we could get in touch with them. The hard part is getting the visibility of getting some, because like we have a booking person, I mean, other than me.
Well, also, when you send a message to a lot of people, even through social media, a lot of times they're not looking at it.
Yeah. But I mean, if you have somebody like, say, I mean, I jokingly have said like Doug Marcaida from Forge and Fire, since we're trying to run the Forge and Fire list. But like, he probably
not Ben, fuck him.
Yeah, he probably gets thousands of messages a day, right? And probably
I don't know.
He has like 150,000 followers on
Sure,
whatever, but like
but most of them are like old
shit.
guys and probably aren't sending him messages.
I don't know. You never know. But I'm just saying, like, if you get a fuck ton of, even if it's 100 messages a day,
sure,
like you're not necessarily reading every one of them or
right.
having time to reply or what the fuck ever, if you read them at all. And I mean, honestly, there's a few options to go to maybe get a hold of agents, but even then they're screening shit and they get requests for interviews and stuff all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Because there's a billion fucking podcasts in the world now.
Yeah.
So, but none like ours.
Bro, there's nothing like ours out there.
No, there's not. The lack of preparedness, content, and outlines, everything.
So this has been a somewhat of a topic at work lately.
Okay.
How do you feel about going back to like kind of the old school thing where you could tell somebody, hey, get the fuck up off your lazy ass and get to work?
Yeah.
Like really, because nowadays you can't say shit like that.
Well, you can.
No, well, you'll lose your job.
Right.
I mean, but I'm just saying, like, how do you feel about that kind of old school?
I'm 100% for
thing. All right.
100% for it.
Yeah. It's
because there's times it's called for.
Sure.
Like, I don't feel like that should be a first, like you jump to that immediately.
Yeah.
But there comes a point that
But just, like, most of the time back in the day, that's what was the first thing it was jumped to. And it was pretty
well, not always. Like usually in what I've seen in the instance of that is there's usually if you're not getting your job done, like you're not doing the shit you need to do, it's like, hey, you need to get this done. And then it's like, dude, get your fucking ass up and get your shit taken care of. But there's also some industries, like I can tell you, like in like a law enforcement, any type of like law enforcement, military shit like that. A lot of people, that's how you still talk. Because if you're like, hey, would you mind getting this done? Someone's gonna go fuck yourself. But if you're like, hey, fuckhead, get your ass up and go get shit done, they're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Like that's just how it goes. But I don't know. I feel like that we could use some harshness back in the world for that shit.
Oh, I think we could as well. I mean, I'm definitely very old school when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I'm also not so naive as to think that people learn. Like, I understand people learn differently.
Yes.
A one cookie cutter training program does not work for the majority of people anymore, and things like that. But I'm also very much
that's different than laziness.
Hey, if you don't fucking hurry up, you're not going to have a job in a week.
And that's what I mean. Like, it's not a matter of like not learning. Like, if you're trying, that's fine. But laziness, nah, fuck that.
Well, but what do you do with someone that's trying, but they're just not going to be able to do it?
You let them go.
Yeah.
If they can't do the job, you get somebody that can do the job. And even if it's not, even if they're trying hard, there's some things like if you hired me to fucking like build houses, I'm not going to be good at building houses. I could probably eventually learn.
Sure.
But like if you're needing somebody that could do it and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. And you hire me and I can't do that. I don't expect you to keep me employed.
Sure.
Or anything else. Like if it's something like the person, like you said, just can't fucking get it. Well, I'm sorry. I appreciate you trying, but we're going to have to let you go. I mean, that's, keep somebody on.
Sure.
And, to me, if you're a good employer, you give them the opportunity to learn. You may, like you said, there's people learn in different ways, but if they just can't fucking get it, they just can't fucking get it.
Yeah.
Because, that's not necessarily to me a sign of intelligence because some people's brain just certain things click, certain things don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's just how the fuck it is.
No, I agree. I mean, like, but then there's also sometimes that there's employees that you're like, I really hate to see them lose their job, but they can't do it to the standard that we need them to. But they're great attitude. They show up to work every day on time and all that. And
but to me, that's when
that sucks.
That's to me that you try to, if there's a spot for them, you move them to that spot where they're going to be efficient and good at their job.
Sure. And they're, for some people that there may be a spot like that, but for the most part,
like if
so in the industry and the company and where I work, no one has one spot.
Right.
Everybody's doing You rotate around all the time, doing different things. What you do today, you may not do tomorrow, but you may. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things like, and that's the line. That's one of the lines that I have to walk at work is like, is to tell the people that are in management, like, people don't learn the same way anymore.
No.
And not everyone learns the same.
Yeah.
Why are we training the same way and expecting different results?
Yeah.
Why are we continuing to do the same thing and we're not getting the results we want? But then that walking that line of then going, well, this person's not going to be able to hit the requirement.
Right.
they can do the job. They just can't do it to the speed that we've set.
Yeah, but the same thing is though, like with a company, just as a matter of efficiency, you can't necessarily have 4 versions of one training program to get somebody up to speed. Like you just can't. You have to have a baseline standard that works for most, even if it doesn't work for all. And the people that doesn't work for don't fucking do the job.
I agree with that, depending on the size of the company.
Yeah,
because a company of a certain size can afford to pay people that can train everyone different. Like my wife would be excellent in that type of job because she's done it with kids. And if you can do it with kids, you should be able to do it most of the time with adults.
Yeah.
But from a behavior perspective, it really doesn't change from kid to adult, the way you handle it. And so I'm just saying so I'm just saying depending on the size of the company, you can put people in that can realize, if you spend a couple hours with somebody and realize, okay, they need to learn like this. Spend a couple hours with this person, they need to learn like this.
Yeah.
And do that.
But again, but the amount of manpower, or I shouldn't say manpower, but the amount of extra time that adds and the extra cost adds the fuck up with even with a large company.
Yes, but you'd have to do a CBA on it just to find out, if that works or not.
Right.
I mean,
but I'm just saying the cost of implementing that shit is like for a company that doesn't have to do it, then why are you going to spend the money on it?
No one has to do it, but I'm just saying but are we leaving something on the table that we could be benefiting from by not doing that? It depending on the size of the company, like my dad's company or my sister and brother-in-law's company now, but you can't. That's just a small company.
But to me, that can be another. But I mean, really though, it's for the position that you have. Maybe if you can't learn that way, you're not gonna be able to perform in the job. So why the fuck would I try to get somebody?
That can definitely be instances of that in some industries and things like that. But for where I'm at, what we do,
because the thing is but the thing is, right, everybody has a different overall preferred learning style, right? But to me, if you're a well-rounded adult, you can learn from any of those styles, or at least get the gist to learn on your own. And I think that's part of it. Like if you're in a class, and even if the company's doing it in one way, if I'm having a hard time with it, then I'm going to work on my own outside of that to fucking learn it and figure it the fuck out. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to do the shit I have to learn what I'm needing to learn. I'm not going to rely on strictly what I'm sitting there for to teach me everything I need to know. And to me, if that's all you're doing and then you're like, oh, I just can't get it, then you're lazy and you don't need to fucking have the job.
So how do you feel about,
again, that comes down to, I'm sorry, before you said,
no,
I don't expect a company to cater to how I do things. I cater myself to the needs of the company. And that's the problem I have.
Yeah, I work for you. Like you're my customer. The company that you work for is your customer.
Yeah.
So
but that's I guess that's where I go on that. Like if a company has a specific type of training program, I don't feel like the company needs to cater to different learning styles.
No, I don't think need to, but I feel like that there's a benefit to be had depending on
whether
you can afford to do that.
I don't think you would get as good a quality people.
I think you'd be surprised because
you're going to get more adaptable people if people have to adapt to whatever the fuck
I agree with that. But adaptable is not really in the industry that I'm in, what we do. Adaptable is not really a thing. We just need people that can just do the thing. I mean, it's like it's not rocket science in the least. I mean, but some people just can't move at that speed, and that's fine. I'm not talking about those people.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about people that, I don't know, for whatever reason, our training program just doesn't, it's not meeting, they're just not learning that way.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think you'd find a lot more people that end up being good employees because you've taken that time and they feel grateful.
Yeah. And I think maybe, but I think maybe that's where it comes in, that you don't necessarily cater the training to one specific thing, or you don't cater to training, but you have multifaceted training, right?
Sure.
Whereas you might have some, say, video fucking training time, but you also have some shadowing and field time. So you're getting kinesthetic, you're getting auditory, and you have a packet for people that prefer reading. So you're attacking multiple ways in one training session.
Sure.
As opposed to catering training for each fucking group of.
And see, we only do where you're shadowing someone.
Right.
But anyway, regardless.
Yeah. But so I get that. But to me, like the companies that I've worked for that I feel like I have gotten on board the quickest are the ones that have had stages, right? Like you first come on, you're going to watch some videos, a classroom, what the fuck ever else. And then you're shadowing a little bit. And then you maybe come in and have like a qual test type of shit. Then it's based on the things that you've done. But anyway.
How do you feel about firing someone because a disability they have will keep them from being able to do the job.
I'm 100% for it.
I am as well.
Now,
like in where I'm at and what is required if you're just walking off the street and doing the job, if you have dyslexia, you're gonna struggle big time.
Yeah. Well, to me, again, I understand reasonable accommodation. Like, to me, that's a valid thing in some instances. But if you're physically unable to do a job, then you're physically unable to do a job. Like, it's nothing to do with
like you wouldn't hire a blind person to do the work that we need done where I'm at.
Well, like you couldn't hire a blind guy to as a forklift driver. Is that discrimination? Yeah. But is it needed? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have a blind dude, or like if you're in a warehouse where there's a lot of noise, you have to be aware of your surroundings. You can't have somebody that's deaf.
Which I don't understand from the legal perspective, from the legal side of things, because you're not allowed to discriminate or whatever.
Yeah.
If a blind guy applied, if you had a forklift position open and one person applied and that person was blind, do you have to hire that person from a legal perspective? Or can you, I mean, obviously any good company, especially a big company with good lawyers, can find reasons why that person can't be hired other than their physical whatever. But I'm just saying, like,
but I think that more applies to discrimination against, like, okay, this person can do the job, but they struggle, like, or like they need like a weekly doctor's appointment for whatever condition they have. And then you're like, well, I don't like, and like, no, like they have to take half a day off once a week to go to a doctor. Fuck, I'm not hiring them. That I get. That I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of a dick move.
Or someone that uses a wheelchair.
Right. Like if they're capable of doing the job, but they just have issues that prevent them from being at 110% all the time, and they need some accommodation, but they can still perform the job well with a little, I guess that's one thing. If the accommodation enables them, right, to do, what's the way how I want to put it? If they're perfectly capable of doing the job, they just have one aspect that they can't control. It's out of their control. But they're not less qualified than this person over here, then the reasonable accommodation makes sense to me. Right. But yeah, like, but if you're physically unable, like if you're an amputee and I need somebody that can fucking like run, then it's not going to work. And then there's safety things to consider as well. And then again, I don't know how the law works.
No, in saying the blind person, whatever, like I'm giving the extreme, like, 'cause I don't know where the legal aspect of things falls for that, but it's a strange, like, I get it. You don't want to have all of your disabled people like not able to work because companies refuse to hire them or whatever. But still, I mean, again, if you're blind or dyslexic or whatever, like, you're going to struggle. If you're blind, you're just not going to be able to do it because you have to look at shit all day. But
but I think that's why some jobs, to cover that, I think that's why in job descriptions they'll cover must be able to do X, Y, and Z. Because it covers it ahead of time. Right.
And maybe that works, but I wonder how far away we are from the progressive side of things going, we can't do that. You're discriminating up front. Like, I wonder where we're at.
I don't know. I don't know, because that's a hard thing, because you'd think common sense would dictate, right? But that's obviously proven itself not to be true time and time again. And again, there's elements for it that, like you said, that it's like anything else. It's even like equal opportunity laws, anything like that. In many cases, it's absolutely needed, but in other cases, it goes fucking too far. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. But there's no one size fits all solution for fucking everything. Like, no matter what policy you put in place, no matter what actions you take, it's always going to fuck someone over. You can never just be fully inclusive for everyone for everything, because what works, like you said, like learning styles, right? Or how you pick up on a job. Like, I can't cater to everyone. I have to cater to the majority. And
I agree with that.
And then so
I agree with that in life, though, in the way you run a country and everything.
And by the majority, I'm not even talking about racially.
I know what you mean.
I'm talking
I know what you mean.
And you can do it the best to accommodate some people, but when it's all said and done, it's always, you have to do its best for most. And then that's just to be functional. That's how life is. It's, people don't seem to grasp it. Like, they want life to be like we've talked about, there's a difference between equal and fair. Right. And they want everything to be like, people want things to be fair and not equal. They don't understand the difference between the two. Like, no, life's not fucking fair. Like, I'm not playing in the NBA. You know,
Oh, I don't think they want it to be
maybe
fair.
I flip that.
I think they
Unequivocally equal, maybe would be the better way to put it.
well, people say they want equality,
Equality's ugly.
right? But people say they want equality, and what they don't really want equality.
Yeah.
And what we should be striving for is equality of opportunity,
Right.
because there's no such thing as equality of outcome.
Yeah. That's what I was
what
getting
most
at.
people, when they're saying they want equality, what they really want is equality of outcome.
Yeah.
Or even the upper hand.
That's a much better way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, or even the upper hand. And that's the thing. We have an
Well,
equality
they
of
want,
opportunity for the most part.
right.
There are absolutely instances of not, but for the most part,
Yeah,
we've set our legal system up.
Well, I would argue. I shouldn't say argue, but say that there's equal opportunity up to certain levels in most places. Like there's equal opportunity in the starting points for in most cases, but not when you get to certain levels, because of majority control. I mean, that's really what it boils like, the stupid glass ceiling or whatever the fuck you want to say. It does exist in some industries in a lot of ways, and people are breaking that slowly, but surely. But
well, it exists in a lot of cases, like how people want world peace, but that's impossible.
yep,
Well, that's a lot more broader scale, but
but
yeah,
that's absolutely true.
yeah.
Yep.
There, people gravitate toward things that are similar to themselves. So you end up, people inadvertently end up hiring people that are more like them,
Right.
Whether it's they look like them,
100%.
talk like them,
Right.
are interested in the same things or whatever. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It definitely does.
Well, it's human nature.
It is human nature, but it definitely causes, more qualified people to lose out on jobs.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what the purpose, I think, of a lot of these laws, anti-discrimination stuff, where they are positive, right? Because it forces the cap on that a little bit. But at the same time, if you really want fully fucking private businesses to run how the fuck they want to run, so do you feel like there should be different rules for private companies and publicly traded companies? They're still independent businesses.
I'm torn on that because I used to say, if you're a publicly traded company, then you don't get some of the thing, like you don't get to then dictate
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But I'm torn. I don't quite feel that way anymore, because I was going to ask you, how do you feel about companies being allowed to run their company as long as they're not hurting people?
Yeah.
And I mean physically hurting people.
Right.
How do you feel about companies being able to set their own rules? And I'll give you the extreme.
Yeah.
Not the extreme, but an extreme. How do you feel about a local restaurant being able to decide what race of people can come in and eat?
So on paper, I think that's fine, because the market's going to, in like today's society, that place will fucking go out of business, or it'll be a hot spot for fucking racists, and you just know not to go the fuck in there.
Sure.
Because there's always going to be a market for almost any demographic of people. But it causes issues. Like, I understand the laws behind that, like the anti-segregation shit that happened because it was needed, right? But
yeah, but you know that there's a lot of segregation now happening from the side of the left.
People are
on college
people
campuses
are calling back
now.
wanting segregation, yeah, which is insane to me.
Well, they're not calling it segregation,
Right.
though.
Yeah.
But yes.
But there's calls, I've seen it, read a couple of things of people calling for a type of resegregation, and it's just, I don't understand it, man.
I don't either.
I don't. Well, it's because people don't want to be forced into a position to deal with their fucking differences. That's what it is. Because we've gotten to a point where we're so fucking selfish. It's like, yeah, I don't want to have to deal with your shit. I just want to deal with my shit. So let's just keep that.
Well, I don't think it's more, I don't want to deal with your shit, is I don't want to feel uncomfortable.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
but that's
you're saying, yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's more along the lines of, I don't want to deal with your shit. It's actually more, your shit makes me uncomfortable, and I shouldn't have to be uncomfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like, I shouldn't have to.
That's where safe spaces have come from, and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like there's no sitting down and hashing out differences because a question I have, or because something I'm ignorant to, might offend you, or vice versa. And then, because one of the worst things like that you can be right now, it's like where we are now, it's worse to be quote unquote intolerant than it is a fucking liar, which is insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, to me, one of the worst things you can be is a lying piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like, I would rather you be a fucking racist motherfucker and be open about it than be a lying piece of shit.
I've said that for years. Like, I want people who are racist. Life shouldn't just be, go ahead and put that on there. Life shouldn't just be a big comfy chair. Got to sit on a pin needle sometimes.
Well,
Yeah, for sure.
Well, like I've talked about this before, that until life has kicked the shit out of you a few times, you don't appreciate much.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I can say, like, there's somebody in my company. They're young, in a very high position, and they've never really had to struggle in their life. Had a great job right out of college. Pretty sure had their college paid for. Have no concept of how much shit costs. Got a high paying job right away. They could drop and break some shit, like, oh, it's whatever. The company will buy a new one, or I'll use my card to buy a new one. So there's no appreciation for that shit. And I'm like, and those people I want to kick in the dick, because there's no, I hate the word empathy, but there's no understanding of shit's bigger than fucking your
They
bubble.
don't get it.
Yeah. And like I said, you haven't had nearly as hard of a life as some, but I sure as fuck have struggled from time to time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I've had the shit kicked out of me a few times. Not, again, another guy I work with, his wife was fucking killed, and he was in the hospital for forever in a motor. They were married for 20 years, and fucking got rear-ended by a car and fucking killed her ass. And he was like, took some time off and went back to fucking work. But he has, like, I respect the shit out of that. The fact that he kept the fuck going, and just,
that's what you have to do.
But his,
for sure.
But his perspective or whatever.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably, I think, less so today than it used to be, but that's still probably pretty true.
Yeah.
That poor people appreciate life more than anyone else.
I don't know. I feel like that. Yeah, I guess that is foundation. That's probably true. But I feel like that maybe
I'd say poor people and rich people that had to work their ass off to get there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Poor people that like work themselves out of that poverty hole.
Yeah. Because poverty is an actual, thing, but I'm just saying, like, it's a mindset as well.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I know people that quit jobs because they were going to lose their government paid insurance.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking insane.
Or people that choose to be poor because, like, they get a job that they just don't like. Like, I won't fucking work there. Sure. And then, whatever. And I don't understand it. Like, I get it sucks working a job you hate, and it fucking sucks, but that's how the world works. If you in our society, in America, if you want to have a better life, you have to make more money. Or at least some money to at least, like, for people's level of happiness, it can be different amounts of money. Like, not everybody needs to be rich, but to be comfortable and not have to worry about, like, where the fuck your food's coming from, that's a big fucking deal.
Well, and we've said it in here before, is like, money doesn't buy happiness, it buys opportunity so that you can,
and it buys security.
Sure, which happiness is oftentimes not mutually exclusive, but comes along with security and opportunity.
Yeah, and it also depends on the people. But I know for a fact, a lot of times, like, women gravitate towards, like, something that's a big deal to them is feeling safe and secure in a relationship. Sure. And that's not just financially, but that's part of why, like, people, when we get shit about being gold diggers, but that's part of that reason is because sometimes it's buying shit, but it's also stability and security. They don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, I know, it's interesting thing, but as far as going back to the job thing, like, I get having things in place to equal the opportunity. Like I said, that, but the name, like, the literal equal opportunity thing, and I'm not even talking about even racially, but just like that concept, that's what we're talking about. It's an equal chance to get your foot in the door. That doesn't mean it's going to work the fuck out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, I have a hard time with things. Like, the thing that annoys me is after you hire somebody based on, like, whether it's equal opportunity, and again, not necessarily issue, but a handicap, what the fuck ever. But then if they get in, you hire them for the position, and then if they can't perform, you can't fucking fire their asses. Like, it becomes very difficult at that point, unless it's like they have a blatant violation of, like, company protocol or rules. But, like, if you have people call to me and say, okay, on paper, you're equal to this guy, but for whatever fucking reason, you get in there and your disability, or just, let me rephrase that. I hire you because of whatever quota, or, like, I give you the chance. You're on paper. We get along well, whatever. But then you get there and you just can't fucking perform. Like, I can't fucking fire you because it's like, well, I can't perform because of this. I'm like, yeah, no, that's bullshit. Like, you should still be able to, I am a fan. Like, so
you shouldn't take a job that you're not going to be able to do because of whatever.
But even if you think you can, but what I'm saying is, like, as an employer, if I hire someone and they fucking suck at their job, I should be able to fire that fucking person. I don't care why, or I don't care what you look like. what your fucking problem is. If you fucking can't do the job, you fucking can't do the job. And I need to hire somebody that can do the job.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and that's where I have a problem, like you said, in the common sense thing of the discrimination. Like, you know, like if you have somebody that is dyslexic, maybe they can do the job, but you know, somebody that's not can. You know what I mean? And that's where it's, I don't know, it gets dicey.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, I'm all for, you know, equal starting point, but then having, you know, there's no, you know, guarantee of the outcome. And like, I've heard the analogy, like I briefly said a second ago, is, you know, it's not fair that I'm not a fucking, like, I'll never be a Michael Jordan. I'll never make millions of dollars playing in the NBA. Like, it's not fair. Or I mean, it is fair. It's not equal outcome. Like if I go and start playing basketball, like I don't expect to be able to, like,
you had the same opportunity to work your ass off in high school and college that he had.
Right.
And you chose not to.
Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't mean I should be able to make millions of dollars just doing what the fuck ever.
Now, 70 years ago, not the same.
Right.
You know, but
yeah. Well, how do you feel about that? Like, so we talk about things for the majority, right? And as the majority opinion, it's not where it is now. Like, really, most people are pretty moderate. It's just the loud fucking people that you hear.
Sure.
But as society shifts as a whole, those loud people gain footing and they push the shit that they want to push.
Especially on the left, because as we go to a more a society that's way more technology driven, the majority of people in fields of technology and Silicon Valley and things like that, the more of them are progressive and left for the most part.
Yeah, you know, though, I don't. Again, I put them in a certain pocket, but I feel like a lot of the fucking right conservatives are just as dangerous.
Oh no, I'm not saying that they're more. I'm just saying that as society continues to get more and more technology driven,
right,
you're going to have more influence from the left because there's more people.
Yeah, I guess so.
That fall under that are in that then control. I mean, they can shut Facebook down or Twitter or whatever, or they can ban you because they have control or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I think it gets to that point more in the media and the shit that you see, but like here in the South in Texas, like it's still so fucking, like, the conservatives are so fucking dangerous, and they use those same tools, and they're influencing just as much in certain pockets. That's why things get more and more divided, because you have these two fucking complete, like, polar opposites just clashing.
I feel like they use the tools, but they don't have the actual power to flip the switch inside those companies or whatever.
Not maybe in, like, if we're still talking about companies, maybe.
I'm just talking about inside.
Yeah, I was talking about society in general.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, society's driven by technology right now. I mean, we're all addicted to the Facebooks and Instagrams
for sure.
And whatever. And
I guess I was thinking, like, first thing that pops in my mind is like the Texas abortion ban. Like,
well, sure,
fuck those cunts, man.
But that has nothing to do with technology, though. Like,
right.
But if a governor or whatever is tweeting something out, they can shut that shit down easy.
Yeah.
Easy. They can shut all of his technology if they want to. Google, any of those can shut his shit down if they want to.
And there's supposedly privacy laws that are not privacy laws, but laws that keep that from happening. And mostly they do. There's some shit that happens.
Sure, but there's you know, there's just instance upon instance of someone on the right saying something on Twitter or whatever social media thing, and then someone on the left saying the same thing but from a different side.
Right.
And the one on the right is the one that gets
that's
shut
true.
down.
I mean, there's a lot more of that in the media. I agree with you there. It's just, I don't know. I have almost more disdain for the fucking far right than I do the far
left.
But
that we also grew up in it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I take that back. I have equal disdain for both. And I'm talking about
the far side of
both.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like full
liberal.
disdain.
I don't mind liberals. It's the progressive left.
I don't like. I don't differentiate between the two.
There's a difference in your standard liberal and a progressive leftist.
As a label, but
even in action and everything. I mean, you look at the protests.
Yeah. I boil it down to it's oversimplification, but it's left and right, and they both fucking suck at their extremes. That's basically what that's how I view it. I don't break it down to progressives, liberals, whatever, or like libertarians and fucking conservatives or fucking Republicans. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's left and right, and they both are varying degrees of their fucking bullshit, all the way from the middle out.
Sure.
Yeah, there's just less bullshit in the middle, and then the bullshit.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Because you're just slapping a fancy label to differentiate the two, but it's all the same. It's just a progression in the same direction on either side of the coin. And it's all crying about the same bullshit.
Wow.
So it's something to think. It's saying 20 years, all standard jobs now don't need workers. Robots replace them. Over half the country becomes unemployed. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're going to need somebody to make those robots.
Well, it's true. Yeah, but I do think the workforce is going to shrink in some areas, or the people that don't have. Well, even now, like the trades are hurting for people because nobody wants to be a fucking plumber, even though you can make.
Micro's been saying that for years.
Yeah, because you can make fuck tons of money as a plumber or as an HVAC tech or any of those.
Oh
guys.
yeah,
but nobody wants to do it because they're not tech jobs. Like everybody wants to fucking work in tech,
they're not pretty.
Yeah,
it's not a pretty job. It doesn't sound fun or anything.
Well, you know what it is too, though, is we live in such a follow your passion world.
Oh, I'm fuck.
Yeah.
There is a video somewhere. I've seen it, and I'm gonna get some shit for this from some people, and some people are gonna love it. There's a group called Prager University. They're very right. I would not call them alt-right, but they're very right. But they have different celebrities come in and speak about things and do a short 4 to 5 minute video, whatever. Micro does one about following your passion, and he says, do not follow your passion, follow opportunity and bring your passion with you. That's the thing, which is an excellent thing. But anyway, so
no, and I agree. Like to me, some people, they're able to work. And I hate the phrase, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. I was like, no, fuck that. Most people, like, you can learn to love what you do, but most of us don't start out doing what the fuck we love that make us money.
But even if you do what you love, there are days it's still your fucking job.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess what I'm just saying is like most people aren't fortunate enough to do a job they love.
Most people aren't. But the point I was making is like, you think that there aren't days that Dave Grohl's like, fuck, I don't want to go on stage tonight.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, again, that's you being very literal with the saying.
No, it's not that I'm just saying like nobody loves their job all the time. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was based on the phrase that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, but you and I aren't disagreeing. Is the point I'm trying to make?
Yeah.
You said that's a stupid thing, basically.
Yeah.
So we're agreeing. I'm just agreeing on a grander scale than you.
Yeah, whatever. Again, conceptual versus literal. You got
so I wanted to ask you about one more thing, then we'll get out of here. However long it goes or whatever. But have you seen the new Chappelle special yet?
Nope.
God fucking damn it. Why?
I haven't taken the time to fucking watch it.
But you've watched other shit.
Yeah. I just haven't been in the mood to fucking watch it.
Okay.
I've been going back through and watching Bones.
Exactly. You're making my point. You're watching dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm watching dumb shit.
I
didn't say I wasn't. I just said I'm in the mood to fucking watch the Chappelle special.
Oh my God. Special. How are you ever in the mood to watch Bones?
I love that fucking show.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're so old. Cop procedurals.
Yeah. It's one of those shows for some reason. Like I just fucking dig it. I know it's mindless. I think that's what it is. It's mindless. It's not deep. I don't have to think about it. It's just like when I come home from work, I just fucking kick the shit on.
But why Bones? There's plenty of other things that are better than Bones that are mindless and not deep.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like rewatching Gilmore Girls from time to time.
Yeah. I get rewatching some. I need thoughts on cryptocurrency and non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand non-fungible tokens.
Nobody really understands cryptocurrency.
Well, I get that, but I'm talking about non-fungible tokens. Here's what I'll say about cryptocurrency. Ride Doge to the moon. I've got some Doge.
But I will say,
bought it early.
Like one of the things that pisses me the fuck off is, and we've talked about this, I had a chance to buy Bitcoin for when it first dropped. And I was like, that's the stupidest shit ever. It's not real money. Fuck that.
And it's worth $60-something thousand a coin now.
Yeah. Because somebody was telling me about it, and it was like $20 a coin or some shit. And I was either like, "Oh, you should buy some," and I was like, "I don't think so," or however much it was. I don't know. Maybe it was $100 a coin at that point in time. But still, I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Over the last year, I've used the stock market as my gambling.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it, actually.
It's what it is.
Well, I know that, but I mean, that's a cool mindset to have that you go in.
I just looked at it as like, and I'll say this: I'm 6 for 9 right now.
Okay.
On making money. I've made And I didn't start with putting in much money.
Right.
And I've just taken what money I've made on it and kept it in and just
Yeah.
moved it around to different things. So I've made a few $100
Yeah.
over the last year just dicking around with it. Just little things here and there.
Yeah. But specifically with crypto, like, how do you feel about it?
I'm fine with that. Whatever.
It's interesting to me, like the concept behind it. And I feel like it'll grow and stabilize maybe, or it might be a fad. It might be a fucking Betamax.
I don't completely understand crypto, but I definitely don't understand NFTs.
Yeah.
It's like you could fart into a jar and sell it as an NFT. It's like, well, all right, but I can fart again. I mean, like,
I would say people, it's crazy though. It's a lot of that shit to me is it's all perceived value. I mean, that's most everything. But yeah, I don't know. I think that some of that is our old school perspective coming in. Like,
I guess so.
Like, because I mean, we're digital nomads. That's what they're not digital nomads. What was the phrase? There's digital natives and there's fucking digital whatever. Anyway,
I don't know.
That we were still alive with both, like on the analog side and the digital side. And for the most part, I've considered, especially in the field that I work in, very technological, very savvy as far as technology goes and comfortable using stuff. But there's certain things that are starting to come out like Bitcoin. I'm like, I don't fucking get it. And I don't even try. It's not like but I get it. I'm like, that's fucking dumb. Like, and maybe I've missed out on making millions of dollars, or I will, but I'm just like, nah, fuck that.
Would you like to have a Dogecoin? Would you like to have a crypto expert on?
Yeah, I talk to a crypto expert. Yeah, I'm shit. Yeah. Fine. Like I said, I'll talk to fucking anybody. Yeah. And I'll still probably be like, yeah, it's fucking dumb.
I don't completely get crypto. Some of it I get, but NFTs I don't get.
Well, it's like when I
all.
start getting on the grander scale, because there's like hundreds of crypto coins now.
Right? Oh, for sure.
And there's tons of them. I'm like, why? How?
Because somebody wants to get in on the cool
right.
side.
And I get it, but like the Dogecoin thing is a fucking freak of nature, like how that shit happened and Elon Musk playing God and whatever else. But I'm just like, how is something that this is what I have a hard time wrapping my head around? And I know people can explain it, but I'm just saying my head will not click. Is how is something that doesn't exist worth money?
I don't know. And it's not backed by anything except the people buying it.
Exactly. Somebody bought an NFT of Jack Dorsey's first tweet for like 2.5 million. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, I remember hearing about this. How is it an NFT? Everyone can see that. I can screenshot his tweet unless it's been deleted from the servers. Yeah. How's that? I don't.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand.
We should sell our first episode as an NFT.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, I get like certain things theoretically that aren't real, whatever, it's fucking spee on your table. Like, certain things conceptual, like a domain name, right? That's not a real thing. It's a digital piece that you can spend money on, and people spend that's a huge like business. A lot of people don't realize, like, people will go and just buy the fuck out of a shit ton of domain names.
Sure.
And then when companies need them, they'll fucking sell them for a way bigger markup. Right. Like the episode of The League when Taco Bell, Dallas Cowboys,
Oh yeah.
But I mean, people do that shit like that. I kind of get because it brings value to a company or whatever, to their image, to their brand, whatever. But like crypto, like you said, it's a thing. Some people decide that we'll take it as payment for shit, but I don't know. There's nothing tangible behind it. It's just there. Right. And I don't know. I can't, my head won't.
I just know I've got a lot of Doge I could cash out for cash right now.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I got in on Doge early.
Yeah.
So.
You should have sold it. Is it still peaking? Like where?
No, it's around 25 cents a coin right now, but I got in at like under 5 cents.
Yeah.
Something like that. But
yeah, I told you my buddy, one of the guys, I say buddy, one of the guys I work with, he got in when it was like 0.00, like whatever.
My youngest son did.
Yeah. And he bought like $500 worth when it was, whatever. And then he sold it all when it got to like,
it got up to about 75 cents.
Yeah. I think he sold it like 50 though, and still made a fuck ton of
money.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I don't know, man.
The biggest move in crypto right now, I want to say, is Shiba Inu.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think
I downloaded a crypto app, and I was like, oh, I might, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm looking, I'm like, nah. Because it's so much effort to learn it and to keep up with it. And
don't learn it. Just look at it and go, it's worth this right now.
I'll do it like
I'll throw $20 at it.
I'll do it like I do with fucking football picks. I'll just fucking stab at it.
That's not what I do with with the stocks and stuff. But I look at, and I read a couple articles here and there, and I look at stocks, go, well, this stock is cheap.
Yeah. But I'm also really bad about, and I recognize this as a huge flaw and a major issue with being an adult, but I hate the thought of investing money like into stocks. Like a 401k, I get retirement. I don't know. I would rather have it in the bank, and I'd rather have it where
but that's what a 401k is. It's a company that's taking your money and investing it in stocks.
I understand that, but I'm saying I don't have to think about it. I have to look at it. It's there, and whatever, matching contributions. To me, it's just money I can pull out later, but I'm not actively putting it out there. Like, I'd rather, with my paycheck that comes in, company matches whatever I put in, like, I still have a minimum percentage that goes into my 401k. Like, I don't fucking jack that shit up, but I would rather have money in hand that I can put in the bank account that I can spend when I want and not tied up in some bullshit. That
the good thing about a 401k is, depending on how you have everything set up, is you can take out an interest-free, it's not interest-free,
right,
loan off of it,
right,
but the interest you pay on it goes to your 401k,
right.
So you're not.
But I hate the fact that I can't cash out a 401k and without paying a penalty. I think that's fucking stupid.
The reason you're paying a penalty is because your 401k is pre-tax.
Yeah,
you're paying in so you got to pay tax on it at some point.
Yeah,
which taxes are fucking rip off anyway. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, you haven't paid tax on it yet. If you're going to cash out,
no,
now you have to pay.
I understand it, but it just pisses. Well, a lot of times now, though, you can't cash out your 401k with some companies unless it's like a hardship withdrawal.
No, it's that. Yes, up until a certain age.
Yeah,
up until a certain age, like 55 and a half or something like that. Because I was looking at it the other day.
Well, that's what I meant. But I'm saying, like, if I wanted to go right now and cash out my 401k without a hardship that I can prove, I can't do it.
Sure, that's true.
Which is stupid. I should be able to pay the penalty.
But that's what. Well, no. Yeah, it's a penalty. You can cash it out, and
depends on the 401k.
It does depend
on how much you're vested.
A little bit.
Like the one I have right now with my company, I can take a loan against it, but I cannot. I can't cash it out. I can with a hardship, and maybe it's because it's how long it's not.
Could be, but there's a lot of things that are defined as hardship in a 401k.
Yeah,
a lot of things, paying off student loans, things like that. Yeah. I mean,
whatever.
Anyway,
but regardless of that, it's just, I don't know. Like, but anyway, so like I've thought about it. I've talked to Amanda a lot. I was like, I really need to look into investing and start doing this shit, especially now that we have a lot more.
Make your money work for you.
Right. A lot more liquid assets and a lot more cash in hand than I used to have. But I just have a hard time with it, man. I was like, because I'd rather keep it. And whatever.
You just got to hire somebody so that it's like a 401k. You don't have to think about it. Yeah. Like Edward Jones or.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Hire Schwab. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get it. And I agree with you. Like, I'm not, but like, so I'm not arguing about it. I'm just saying I have a really hard time following through and doing it. Like, it bothers me.
Yeah. My dad bought.
I could have way more money. Like, I would have way more money now if I invested some, or at least in the bank, or stuff for my future.
My dad bought $50,000 in a company a couple of years ago because he had heard that the company they had a goal to get their stock up to a certain amount, and they were well below that. So he bought $50,000 in it, and then 6 months later, he had doubled his money and he sold the shit, cashed out on it.
Oh, for sure.
But not everybody's in a position to be able to, throw $50,000 at a stock. Can I get a happy birthday to me?
I'll give you a small happy birthday. I'll give Weird Al a slightly big one, and Ryan Reynolds can have my virginity, my back pussy virginity. Yeah. What a sexy ass man.
Who are you, Crablub Gaming?
Yeah. All I know is I like him better or her better than any other fucking person that's been, other than Jack Boy, who I love the fuck out of.
Could be they better.
Could be they better. Could be Zed.
Yeah. Oh well.
we should put our pronouns on our
us
profiles. We us. Oh man, I'm out, man. I'm tapped.
That's fine.
We still got to record after shows for our Patreon.
Yep.
Ugh.
Hey, Clablub Gaming, go join our Patreon. You get some bonus content.
Yeah, a lot of us talking shit about guests that we've had on,
and people that have commented.
Yeah. Or I don't know.
Do we have?
So we will not be live next weekend.
No.
This is the episode for next week that'll be releasing. But not next week. Yeah, the week after. Sorry.
And we have no guest scheduled for the next time we record.
We will.
Maybe.
Don't you worry your pretty little head about it.
I don't worry at all about it.
That's fucking Talon with another fucking
nice.
Name. You've been much more pleasant with this profile.
I know.
Just so you know.
I like this part of your schizophrenic personality.
Yeah. Oh, and Zane. Okay, it's both of those guys. So this is like a gay duo.
It must be
fucking account, like a couple's account.
Depending on whose dick is in the other's mouth, that's who types.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think it's funny. The Yo Mama one it made me laugh though because they got all defensive about their friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh motherfuck. Well, I think it's good. I'm fucking done, man. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
All right. Steven swears we will have a guest.
I didn't swear. I said I think we will.
No, you did not say think.
I say, oh, we will?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we will.
Yeah.
We'll have a guest.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be Talon.
It will absolutely not be Talon or claw or toenail or whatever part of an animal's.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Whatever.
He said he's not a big troller. He has a brain. He did have a brain. Like I said, you've been engaging and we've appreciated you. You haven't been a cunt, and that we're thankful for.
Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, again, so next weekend we will not be live.
Yeah.
But also in November, after the first 2 weeks, so middle of November, we'll be going back to Saturdays.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, baby.
I thought you wanted to keep it at Friday.
I don't know. I kind of miss the Saturdays a little bit. It's less time crunch, but I also am more relaxed. I don't know. What would you rather do?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Who knows?
Let's make a decision right now.
I'm not making a decision.
We can go back on it later.
I don't care right now. I'm not doing it right now.
I don't care ever. It's funny.
Maybe we'll do Sunday nights at 9 and
Yeah.
give you that kind of turnaround.
That's fun. I'll just fucking release what comes straight off the Roadcaster, not edit shit. Which I've listened to one off of that. I'm like, that sounds almost as good as what I'm doing. Like, I should just fucking leave it. The only thing that I can't do that bothers me, like when it's just us, this is fantastic. When we have a guest, if they're moving their mic, I've got to adjust it. Like, that's the only thing.
I get it.
But just the two of us, it's beautiful, baby. Anyway, so yeah. We got t-shirts. Yep. We're gonna get that this week. Let's get the online store going. Get that shit up and rolling. I'll get the filas to you. Okay. And we'll do that. This is a private conversation that we just have because it is funny that we talk on the mics to each other even when we're not live.
Yeah. I've tried to get out of that habit. Can you please end this so that we can move on to the rest of stuff?
Yeah.
Until I mean
2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah, until next week.
Enjoy your sweet new outro videos.
Goodbye. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook at B3F Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch at B3F Podcast. And on Instagram at B3F_podcast. YouTube has all of our videos. Support us on Patreon or buy me a coffee at B3F Podcast. Send all your questions or comments to admin at B3Fpodcast.com. Find us online at B3Fpodcast.com. Rate us and review us wherever you listen. And as always, thanks for listening.